author Erin Arvedlund.
That's right.
Erin, I can't believe I got the last name right.
You sure did.
All right. The book is Too Good to Be True, The Rise and Fall of Bernie Madoff. First, I got to ask you the most obvious question, Erin.
Yep.
How did no one see this come? It seems inconceivable.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, I asked myself that because I wrote a story about Madoff back in 2001 for Barron's magazine. I was a writer for them at the time, and I didn't know he was running a Ponzi scheme, but I did get together with a couple of options trading experts, people on Wall Street who knew what kind of strategy he claimed to be using, and they just pretty much said, these are engineered returns. There's no way you can replicate this. Something's fishy. Why did it continue to go on? I think people don't like to question their own judgment about how they manage their money, and investors definitely played a role in this.
So, no, what I'm amazed by is not that the reporters didn't pick it up, although, as you say, some had inklings, obviously, and most didn't. But I could understand that. It's complicated stuff, and how are they going to get into his books, etc. But people investing in him, he says, yeah, I got some guy I know out in Long Island doing my books. Don't worry about it.
Right.
He lives over a garage, and everything will be fine. And then they give billions of dollars to him. How is that remotely possible?
How is that possible? You know what? When you get on the gravy train and it's really good, it's tough to get it up. I think part of the appeal of Madoff's scam was it was like the anti-scam. He promised 10 to 12% returns a year. Nothing spectacular. He wasn't hitting the ball out of the park. He was anti-risk. So everyone felt like, well, I'm not throwing my money on some sort of pie in the sky investment. This is very conservative. So he appealed to people in that sense. And the way he got some of the billion-dollar hedge fund of funds and so forth, and these feeders to get involved was exactly that. He had this no-lose treasury bill-like return, and they were collecting all the fees.
No, but Erin, the question is, I get that, and that's exactly right. But I want to get into a little bit more detail. I mean, do these guys not check the books of the people that they invest billions of dollars in? Do they never check them?
You know what? In some cases, you're exactly right. They just didn't check. They just took his word for it.
That's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. And I think that's why a bunch of them are going to be indicted.
Yes. I'm really stunned by that. I mean, it goes to show you, doesn't it, Erin, that the most valuable thing in this country and in the world, really, is a name. If you have a name, people just give you money.
It sure doesn't hurt. I mean, that's what Alan Stanford did in his Stanford Ponzi scheme. He was funding golf players and the government of Antigua and so forth.
Yeah, no, that's the same here. Okay, so let me ask you a couple other questions. One, is it conceivable that his sons could have worked with him for all of these years and not realize that he's upstairs going, oh, I'll make up this number and that number and never make a single trade?
Or they're just incredibly stupid. Yeah, it's really hard to believe, isn't it? And I think the indictment on Tuesday of Frank DiPasquale, who was Madoff's right-hand man, I like to call him consigliere to Madoff's godfather. That guy knows everything. He knows where all the bodies are buried. He knows if the sons were involved. He knows how long the scam went on. This guy he's basically the sniper, and he's going to be able to tell us who else is involved.
Do you think is he going to turn?
Oh yeah, he already did.
Oh, okay, so he's turning. So he's going to tell about whether the sons are involved, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
But look, anybody with a brain knows they're involved. I mean, how could you not know that he didn't make a single trade?
I also would like to know, more about Ruth Madoff, his wife. I kind of view her as a Lady Macbeth figure, like a power behind the throne. I have a crazy theory that maybe she was even the mastermind behind it.
I don't know if that's true, but for my purposes, I don't care. And what I mean by that is, I know the trustees are now going after, or whoever they are that's in charge of recouping the money, or going after her money because she was unjustly enriched. That's the main thing, and there's absolutely no question about that. She was it is impossible to argue that she was not unjustly enriched.
Oh, absolutely. And
So-
I think they'll do the same with the sons.
Yeah, so they have to take all of their money. No ands, ifs, or buts. Here's my other question, Erin. Did you get a sense here as you did this book, does the guy have any conscience? Like, every night when he went to bed, was he thinking, I can't believe all these people I'm going to let down, and they're going to have to go back to work, and their money's this... Or does he go home every night like, whoo-hoo, suckers, I'm the big winner?
The Madoff family went on a big fat spending spree in 2008. Ruth and Bernie started giving the kids money to buy houses, apartments in Manhattan. They started going on big spending sprees. Bertie bought himself another boat. His brother Peter bought an Aston Martin, which leads me to believe that they kind of thought the end might be coming, and they started spending like drunken sailors.
Oh, no, that's it. It's over.
Yep.
No, that's an excellent piece of evidence.
Yeah.
Okay, that means they were all new, and they were all trying to take as much money out as possible and live it up as much as possible before they sent Bernie to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody in the family had a corporate credit card, including many of the wives who didn't even work there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it. All right. Okay. At least they got the guy. I mean, way, way, way too late. But it's a really interesting book. It's called Too Good to Be True, The Rise and Fall of Bernie Madoff. And we'll put it up on our library at theyoungturks.com where you can check it out. Erin, thank you so much for being on The Young Turks. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
All right.